Welcome to Meal Prep with Porsche. So today I just thought I would meal prep and film it and let's have a bit of chat. So first off, what we're making: sweet pot in the air fryer. Then I'm gonna stir fry up some veg and then I'm gonna cook some chicken and I'm just gonna show you how to do it. This is so easy. It's gonna take me about 20 minutes, I reckon. Probably longer because I'm chatting while I do it, but it's all right. So yeah, let's do this. So, I guess the first topic I kind of want to discuss is my current goals in terms of gym, life, that kind of stuff. So, at the moment, my goals are very much centered around my health. And you might be like, well, Porsche, you go to the gym, you eat pretty well, you are pretty in touch with your mental health. What do you mean you gotta work on that? Well, here's the thing, team, is that you never really know what people are going through, do you? You just never know, because sometimes the best people are always going through the hardest stuff. And at the moment, I'm actually trying to restore my period. I lost my period almost 5 years ago now, and I have not got it back. And it's never really bothered me too much. It kind of is what it is. Recently, I have realized that healthy doesn't have a look. And unfortunately, if you chase aesthetics all the time, you put your health at risk. And sometimes the people that look the fittest or the healthiest are sometimes not the healthiest. And I think this about people with a six-pack, right? Is you look at them, you're like, wow, you must be so healthy. But some of them have some serious issues and don't look after themselves as well as you would think. On that, obviously, I've been to see heaps of doctors and I've been to see heaps of specialists. And the conclusion obviously is that I have hypothalamic amenorrhea. Now, if you don't know what that is, essentially it means that your body is in a state where it's not prioritizing your reproductive health because it is feeling threatened or unsafe in the environment that it's in. So currently, and for the past 5 years, obviously in my body, it doesn't want to reproduce because it feels threatened or unsafe, which is kind of a bit messed up when you think about it. I've been to see heaps of specialists. I've had heaps of tests done, heaps of blood tests done, to make sure that it's like not PCOS or anything like that. And it's not, it's literally just hypothalamic amenorrhea. I had this MRI one time in my brain to make sure that I had no growth on my thyroid. And they put like water in and it like lights up like a fluoro light and you can see everything. It's kind of crazy. Seen lots of doctors, lots of health practitioners, naturopaths, gynecologists, endocrinologists, acupuncturists, Chinese medicine specialists, all these people. And the thing that I've just never stuck to it properly. And so I guess this is my way of saying that I'm really going to commit to it. And I want to really put in an effort to make sure that I am going about my day in a way that helps me reach that goal. Give me one sec. So essentially, what my plan of attack is that I need to reduce the stress both mentally and physically. The cause of hypothalamic amenorrhea is, there's many different things that cause it. However, the most likely cause for mine is that I am a very active person. I love going to the gym and I love working out, and I, to be honest, work out probably more than most and probably have quite an unhealthy relationship with exercise. It's scary to admit, and I think this is why it's taken me so long, is that I'm someone in the fitness industry, and to admit that and to admit that I have to say goodbye to a big part of my identity is a huge thing. It's all well and good for me to be working out and saying that I'm healthy and eating the right foods and doing the right things, but at the end of the day, your body's your biggest telltale sign, and if it's telling me that it doesn't feel safe right now, then I need to listen to that and I need to act on it. So that's step one, is cutting back my exercise and really just not centering my day around my exercise, which is going to be hard. And I've cried about it and I've, really gotten upset about it, and I've the end of the day, it's come to a point where I've really had to talk myself off a ledge and remind myself that what I'm doing is so much more important than getting a workout in. And with that comes obviously a whole lot of other underlying issues. And it's really opening up my eyes to see what kind of thoughts and patterns and behaviors I have just adapted naturally over the years. So, step 1, reduce exercise. This is why I'm doing this video. It's literally to keep myself accountable to this. Step 2, more rest. Prioritizing rest. I don't need to be productive 24/7. With that also comes boundaries, work boundaries. So not working too much and giving myself that time to rest, relax, and do other things that fill up my cup. Work is great, but I need to have some sort of boundary. I can't be just working and having no balance or downtime or time where I'm not talking to people or walking around, because that's, I guess, essentially that's a lot of my job is, you know, being in that fitness space. And I love it, I really do, and I think it's a great space, and I think going on this journey and prioritizing this is only going to benefit my work ethic, right? It's going to give me more insight, it's going to give me a connection to more people, because unfortunately it's an industry where over-exercise is glorified, and I'm here to tell you that we're going to break that down a little bit. So step 2, just chilling out, enjoying life for what it is. It doesn't have to be go, go, go all the time. Rest is productive. Step 3, just eat. Obviously my body doesn't have enough energy at the moment in order to add another system into the process. It's busy trying to keep other things alive at the moment. So we're just gonna eat, to be honest with you. I'll explain this in another video, but I've been working on my relationship with food for the past 5 years. Obviously, since I lost my period, it was a big sign that I wasn't eating enough or fueling my body correctly. And that's a whole other journey. I obviously suffered with an eating disorder. Yeah, I'll go into that in more detail. It deserves its own video, but obviously this is a big result of that journey. My relationship with food has come so far, but there's always things you can work on, and it's so funny. Like, there's always little rules that you have, and you're just constantly breaking down little beliefs and thoughts that you have. Step number 4. Give me one sec. Reducing my caffeine intake. Caffeine obviously is a stimulant, it's a stressor. Honestly, I just kind of want to stop being so highly strung all the time. I think that's my default setting now. I'm a high energy person, I'm a very positive person, but I think cutting back my caffeine and not relying on that to get me through the day is going to also help me to identify when I'm tired and when I need to take a rest. I'm trying to just have 1 coffee in the morning, 1 matcha or 1 green tea in the afternoon. The 5th step is to journal and self-care and just be kinder to myself and allow myself to feel everything that I'm going to feel going through this process, because I'm essentially saying goodbye to a big part of who I am and what I stand for, but all in a positive light. Like, I'm really glad that I'm doing this because I want to be as authentic, and I want my space and my position in the fitness industry to reflect what I believe in. And I believe that your mental health and your physical health are so important. For me, that means doing something a little bit different to the norm. It means eating shit tons of food. It means exercising less. It means almost doing exactly the opposite of what society tells you is healthy. I'm super lucky as well. Like, everyone around me is super supportive of this. Not a lot of people know, obviously. It's a pretty private thing, but the people that do know and the family members that do know are so supportive of this. So I'm really excited, nervous, and ultimately just hopeful that this is gonna help me to get where I want to be, because I don't want to get to a point in my life when I do want to start to have kids, or I want to think about that and the option isn't even on the table for me, because that would just ruin me. So we're gonna get onto this. We're gonna do it. Ultimately, I want this as well to help anyone else that might be struggling to detach from that health and fitness identity. I mean, it's a great identity to have. When you are in the fitness industry, when you are in the health industry, being well is a massive part of who you are, but your view of yourself shouldn't rely solely on how much you exercise or how well you eat, because you're so much more than your exercise routine and your diet. And I think I've fallen into that trap of placing my worth a lot on how much I move or how well I eat. But when you're in that mindset, it's hard to detach from it. And so I hope that this really helps anyone else who's struggling to kind of detach from that health and fitness identity, because you're so much more than how much you work out or how well you eat. Believe it or not, there's actually a lot more to life than that. So, all right, meal prep update. So I got my chicken and I've just seasoned it with the fajita seasoning. This is the veg, broccoli, spinach, capsicum, and mushrooms. In the air fryer, we've got the carrots, whoa, and the sweet potato. So I probably should have filmed the whole thing here because the lighting's a lot better, but that meal prep's probably gonna last me 3 days. That literally took me 30 minutes. 30 minutes for it all, plus talking to the camera. I'm excited to eat it, I'm hungry. Let's do this. It did this. I did it all. My camera's about to die, but I'm gonna eat this and then I'll chat to you in a smidge. But thanks for listening to me ramble on. Journey starts now. Let's get this back. What are we calling this? HA recovery. Nah. Portia's come back. That's what we're calling it. Portia's come back. QB mayo. Game changer.
And that's kind of the end of the video, to be honest with you. I am going to document this journey. I'm going to share a lot more about it. And if you're keen to follow along, make sure you subscribe. I'll be posting other stuff as well. I'm going to go traveling next week, so I'm going to vlog that. But yeah, until next time, catch you later. Oh, make sure you subscribe and like as well, just in case you haven't, because it just helps me out. All right.